Yeah, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru. Welcome. Networking matrix. What are the mistakes we constantly make around networking? But more importantly, how do we fix it? But before I go there, I get to this little whiteboard of ours. I want to be able to do this. Networking is everywhere. It's not just going to events. So on one side, you've got networking events. And most people go, networking is going to a networking event. But it's so much more than that. And I want you to change your thinking from the very start that networking is happening every second of every single day. Anytime you're in communication with somebody, it's networking. And the reason why we need to think about it like that starts with this. I think this is super important. So let me start here. Like right now, you have a bunch of people you know. Let's call them your A network. They're the people you can call, email, message on social media platforms. They're in your networks already. You already know them. But you can't just survive with the people that you know. You need to be able to get into other people's networks. You need other people to open doors for you, to introduce you, to promote you. Like most of the time, people who go to networking events go there to go, how can I get a client? As you're going to see, it's a wrong way of thinking. People who go to referral groups tend to go there to go, not only how do I get a client, wrong way of thinking, but how might that person at the event or at the referral group introduce me to somebody else? So that means we go from our A network to our B network. The people who could be introduced to us from our A people. So right now, I know, for example, that in my A network is John. John wants a copy of the networking matrix, but John knows all of these other people who I don't know. They're part of my B network. So the only way I can get introduced to those people is by John opening the door, connecting me, introducing me, teaming me up with those people. I want to go one more. Like, honestly, most of the time, we don't even use our A networks properly, let alone our B networks. But then we've got our C networks. So if we do this, and let's just go, like, you don't need thousands of people. Like the people who go, oh, I've got 500 people on my LinkedIn. I've got 5,000 friends on my Facebook. Who cares? If you had 72 active people in your A network, you would have $1 million business. Easily, but we don't even come close to being able to use our A networks properly. Let's just go, you had 250 people in your A network, where your B network has the potential, 250 by 250, to have like 64,000 people, which means that your C network has the potential to have something like, I think it's like 15.6 million people. And that's just like 2 networks away from the people you currently know right now. That has to be the way that you think about networking, because it's not really about networking. It's about using your networks intentionally, strategically. And when you do that, that's when all of a sudden business becomes so much easier than probably what it is right now. So with that starting point, let's come over here. And let's go, when we go to a networking event, why are we going? See, at the very bottom of the table, people go to a networking event to simply get clients. Good reason. But the only problem with that is everyone else at the networking event is going there to get clients. So if everyone who is networking is going to get clients, who's buying? Now, you might come across a person who needs what you do, but the majority of the time, everyone's there with the same end goal in mind, to get clients. So getting clients quite often is a lot harder to do than what people make it out to be. So the next thing could be grow your networks, grow your connections. Really good thing to do. The more people you have in your A, the more likely down the track you can get good people into your B and your C, which then become more in your A. So going out and growing your networks, growing your connections is a great thing to be able to do. So then the next one up, why you might go to networking events, is because you might also find referral sources. Now, I'm saying go to networking events as if it has to be an event. It doesn't have to be an event. You could do this just on your LinkedIn, just on your Facebook, just on your Instagram. You could do this with the people you've got in your CRM. You could create your own little online, offline little thing. It doesn't have to be a traditional networking event. As long as you have other human beings involved, you can network. But it has to start with how we see our ABC networks to begin with. Then from there, you've got to go, well, what could I do with my networks at networking while I'm creating conversations with people? So obviously, you could get clients. You could grow your networks, your connections. You could find referral sources, people who could open doors for you and promote you and give you new business. The last one, really to me, covers all of them. And it's just simply create action plans. Because that is where you start to create opportunities. Now, if you only go along to, let's go networking, wherever it happens to be, with the mindset of, I'm going to get clients. Well, if that person doesn't have the pain point that you solve, doesn't need a solution, now what are you left to do? You're stuffed. So if your mindset is, I'm there to meet good people, well, at least now you've got not only level 1, they could become a client, but you've got at least level 2, where you're growing your network's connections with other good people. But if your mindset around using your network was, hey, let's create referral sources, well, they might still become a client if they actually need what you deliver. You definitely are growing your networks and connections, but now you've got 3 levels that you can do something with. But this is where the magic is, when you can change your mind to doing this. And that's the level 4. Every single person you talk to, you could create an action plan with. Sure, they might need what it is that you do. Great, look at that. They might be a great person that's worth having in your networks that you continue to stay front of mind of and deepen your relationship with. Perfect, let's do that, level 2. They could be a great referral source because you've sold to the same people and you don't compete with each other. Brilliant, we've got level 3. But also, maybe you could be on each other's podcasts. Maybe you could cross-promote each other. Maybe you could share something of theirs into your networks and vice versa. Maybe you could introduce them to a client of yours, which really helps your clients out and makes you look good. Maybe they could come and speak to your clients and it just gives more to your offering. Like, there are so many things that could take place when you have just simply a create action plan mentality with everyone you come across. Now, there are going to be times where you can't do anything with that particular person, and that's fine. There are going to be times where there's not a fit. That's fine. There are going to be times where, unfortunately, they're a bit of a dud. That's fine. But when you've got this way of thinking, you're going to take more opportunities off the table than what you do right now. Because right now, all you're really focused on is, how do I get clients? And if that's all you're focused on, as I said, no one else is really turning up going, oh, can't wait to give you money. See, you've got to change the way you think about your networks, about networking, about reaching out and creating conversations with people. I think this sums it up really nicely. The majority of people And I see it every single day with the messages I get on my socials. I see this every day if I go to a networking event. Here's my card, here's my card, here's my card. Do you need my stuff? Do you need my stuff? It's because they've got this transaction mindset. And when you've got a transaction mindset, your business struggles. It struggles because all you're focused on is how do I win? And I don't know about you, but not too many people get around the how do I win personality. So you need to be able to go from transaction mindset all the way up to this super green zone that we're going to get to. This yellow zone is probably where most people watching this sit right now. Okay? More than likely, you're not in a transaction mindset because you wouldn't have survived. But you're probably in this process-driven mindset. You have a clear outcome to why you are doing this. I am sending LinkedIn messages because I've got this clear outcome. You're turning up to your referral group because I've got this clear outcome. I need more clients. You're turning up to networking groups because you've got this clear outcome. Let's get out 50 of our business cards today. Whatever your outcome is, because that's what you've got in your head, you become very process-driven. Now, that doesn't mean that you're eye-focused, not at all. But generally what it does mean is that you're boring. And people who will do level 4 activities with people need to be able to resonate with them. And if they can't resonate with them, then they can't do anything with them, for them, to help them. And if you're process driven, it's really hard to resonate with you. So then we move up. And we have here what we call connection mindset. You can see connection mindset, good thing. Your business is going to gradually continue to grow. The connection mindset focus very much on win-win. And most people go, oh yeah, I focus on win-win. Honestly, you don't even come close. Like when I hear then what you decide that you're going to do, which is a win-win, it's still about you. And some of the other week go, oh yeah, I reach out to people offering them my free video and seeing how I could help them. No, that's not win-win. You're putting your crap on them whether they want it or not. See, the true win would just be simply messaging them going, hey, what can I do to help you right now? With no focus on you whatsoever. But the reason why most people can't do that is because you've got a survival brain, your cortex side of the brain. You need to get clients. You need to get money in the bank. You need a roof over your head. You need food on the table. And all of that kicks in, whether you like it or not. And therefore, everything you do with your networks is still centric on you, on self-focused. So most people who have a connection mindset, they understand that really they should be going, how do I help you, before asking, can you do this for me? People who have a process-driven mindset, they don't even quite grasp that yet. What they think is offering help for them isn't. It's actually just really helping you, and you're trying to mask that by adding value to them. It's not adding value. So what's this zone that we really want to be able to get to? I call it be heartfelt driven. Now, this isn't easy to do because straight away, your cortex brain, logical, rational, analytical, will start going, how's this helping me? How's this getting us clients? How are we winning in this? So your survival mechanisms kick in. And it's why so many people find it really hard to be up in this stage. This stage is all about you just simply being able to go, I thought I'd just reach out. What can I do to help you? I don't want anything at all. I'm good. Now, that's not the easiest thing to do. It's not how we're made up. But when you can become more heartfelt with your networks, you're going to leave your process-driven, transactional, connection focus, and you're really just going to go, it's always about you winning, and then if you win, I know I'll be looked after. And try to get to that level. It won't happen overnight, probably won't even happen in a year. It is constant practice of looking at your networks and simply going, if I want my A networks to introduce me to my B, if I want my B to introduce me to my C, if I want my A to be able to find clients who are part of my C, then you have to become more heartfelt in the way you use your networks. So there's a bunch of different things that could take place. I'm going to just wrap up with this. When you go out to utilize your networks, so this could be a networking group. It could be a referral group. It could be using your LinkedIn network, your Facebook network, your Instagram network. It could be the people you've got in your phone. It could be the people you've got in your CRM. They're all part of your network. The thing that we really want to be able to do sits up there in creating action plans. But to be able to create action plans, you've got to be able to deepen your relationships. And if you're not interested in deepening your relationships with your network, then don't have them in your network. Know that you won't get the action plans you'd love to be able to get if you're not willing to deepen your relationships with those people. And that all starts with creating simple resonate with them. I hate how people go, oh, it's just about know you, like you, trust you. No, it's not. I know a lot of people, I like them and I trust them. I don't do a thing for them. So why is that? Because it's more than that. Someone has to resonate with you, which then allows you to deepen the relationship with them, which then allows you to be able to create action plans with them. And as I said, action plans is the top of that little triangle or that little shape. It's level 4 because you can do anything when you create an action plan. So there's quick little rundown, networking matrix. Hopefully it's been super helpful. Love to hear your thoughts. Love to hear where you're at. Love to hear if you've got any questions. If you're not part of our YouTube channel, just search Referral Marketing Guru. Join us on YouTube. We're up there like 3 times a week sharing good stuff like this to be able to help you grow your business. In the end, we're all about how do we activate extraordinary moments in your business to be able to transform your referrals, your client retention, your client loyalty, and be able to grow your business like never before. Because business is all about relationships. Righto, guys, that's it from me. I'll talk to you real soon. Take care.